Good morning, student. Today we have a second part of our economics chapter, the story of the village Palampur. In the previous chapter, we discussed about the introduction, factor of production, and in this topic, we will discuss about the modern technology effects on the natural resources and the Palampur and its land distribution. Third topic, labor in Palampur. Fourth topic, capital in Palampur. Then capital formation in Palampur. In the previous chapter or in the previous part, we will discuss that in the village of Palampur, increase in its production by using the modern technology of or modern tools like machineries like tractors, tube wells, fertilizers, chemicals. But in this part we discuss that it is due to by the Green Revolution. Green Revolution comes in the in 1962 when the crop production is increased. But there is also inverse effects of a Green Revolution. First, the loss of soil fertility. But due to the excessive use of its fertilizers, chemicals, the soil fertility is going to lose or decreased. Then, definitions of the groundwater. Groundwater is going to decrease day by day because we are too much stress on the tube wells and other irrigation sources. Then there is also water pollution. Water pollution is due to the excessive use of chemical pesticide. Then use of the chemical pesticide or the fertilizers always kills some of the friendly insects and animals like sparrows, earthworm. So these modern technology also have an inverse effect on natural resources, especially on the land. Then in this chapter we will discuss about the land distribution. In the previous chapter we discussed about the families. There are the two types of family, upper class and lower class. In this there are the total 450 families. Total 450 families which include the upper class and lower class. And the 1/3 is their lower class. According to the 450, there are 150 families are related to the lower class. These 150 have a no land. They have a landless families. So totally land is divided into these two categories. 250 families are related to the families those have a hectare of 2 hectare. Less than 2 hectares land. These small plots like this, and this are for the forms of small landholders, small or the farms of the 240 families. Then rest land is divided into the upper class or the medium or the large scale farmers. These are the 60 in numbers, but they have a major portion of land, like this farmer, this farmer, this farmer, this farmer, and this farmer. They are the farmers. Those have a land holding of plus 2 acre to 10 hectare. They have a land of 2 hectare to 10 hectare, or some farmers have a more than 10 hectare of land. They are called the medium farmers or large farmers. Those farmers which have a land holding of less than 2 hectare called the small farmers, and the 1/3 of the families have a no land. Next part, that is related to the labor in Palampur. So labor, one, we have a landless labor. that are 150 families. So small farmers cultivate their own lands. They do not need any labor. So medium and the small farmers hire their labor according to their own ways. The wages are paid on the daily basis with money or with the cash crop, like summer crops like a wheat and other crops. There is different wage rate in the city of Palampur. That is dependent on region to region and the crops to crops and activity to activity, means farming activities. Then daily basis labor. Laborers are not employed on the permanent basis of the, for example, their laborers are not bound to the 2 month, 3 month, 1 year. There is a daily wages. If I need a work in my farm today, then I hire any laborer. I do not need a work, then I do not hire any kind of labor. So laborers are hired according to their daily basis activities. Then there is a hard competition because only 60 families, these 60 families need these 150 laborers. There is a hard competition for laborers, and the laborers are always paid less wages because there is a hard competition among the labor classes to get their works. So labor, if for example the government set daily wage rate is a 300 rupees, then due to the hard competition the farmers paid 150, 160, and the farmers are employed according to their less wage. And the capital in Palampur. Capital means money or the other tools. So we divide again the farmers into the two classes or the two categories. First we have a small farmers, then we have a medium or large farmers. Small farmers who have a 2 hectare land, and the others who have a 2 to 10 hectare land or more than 10 hectare lands. Then the medium farmers or the large farmers have their own saving because they always produce the surplus. They do not need to borrow any kind of money. On the other side, the small farmers have a little production or only a small part of production because they have only little plots of the farming. So they always depend for the money to borrow the money from the large scale or the medium farmers, from money lenders or other persons. These persons charge the high rate of interest for their money. Then capital formation. First you have to know about what is the capital formation. Capital formation is addition in capital, in addition in money, addition in tools, addition in machinery. That is called capital formation. How capital formation is happened in the Palampur, this in the notice with the help of this chapter. First, the small farmers have a small portion of production. They mostly use it for their own consumption or their own family needs. They have a little surplus. So they not to sell this surplus. They use it for their own family needs, for their future, because they have a fear of the drought and other natural disasters. So total production is used for their own family needs. On the other side, the large scale and the other medium or the large scale farmers have used first for their consumption of their families, then the production is left for the surplus. They sell it in the market and earn money. They sell it to the local traders of neighboring towns and cities. The money that they earn from the surplus use it to buy the capital, save, or sometimes they use it, they dispose it in the banks for their saving, and sometimes they lend this money to their small farmers on the high rate of interest. Thank you. In the next part, we will discuss about the other activities, especially the non-farming activities. Thank you.